Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Tuesday morning Bitcoin Basics live stream where we'll talk about the basic things we can do with Bitcoin. I'll take your questions. I'll do my best to get them answered. And thanks for joining me. Let's get going here. All right, so thanks. W is here. Good morning. Swap MCO, but I still don't get why Crypto.com would do this. Seems a lot of people are mad, and CRO seems to go down. Yeah, we're dealing with that. Let me pop out chat here. It's funny you should bring that up. I've been sort of dealing with that since I posted the video. A lot of details and a lot of details that are involved in this swap that I didn't initially realize when I posted my video. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated. Let's see if I can find. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, I think that some issues that people had with the MCO swap program, uh, first of all, is why, I guess. And then the second, which is pretty simple answer, is that Crypto.com has had two different cryptocurrencies sort of living together on their platform for quite some time with different functionalities, and they finally just decided to combine them. I mean, I totally get that. But the way it's, because of their financial position and the people that own their tokens, on the MCO and the CRO, they had to figure out some way to combine the token and at the same time allow people that had MCO to convert. So, and that's complicated, right? So, I totally get why they're doing it, and they're doing the best they can on the confirmation, or I mean the swap program, right? And then it also affected their MCO card tiers, and they just adjusted those today, right? When they initially announced it yesterday, the card tiers were really much higher in CRO, and they've just lowered them today, right? So that's a big thing, right? Let me see if I can find that. She sent me an email this morning. Yeah, here we go. So they've just announced new tiers for the cards. Right. I mean, it was 50,000 CRO for the Indigo, and now they've lowered it to 10,000. So things are kind of in flux at the moment. So anyway, we like to try to talk more about Bitcoin on this live stream, but I am, an ambassador representative for Crypto.com. We have a partnership. I love their platform. I use it all the time on my phone. And I feel myself lucky to be involved with them. They're a huge platform. Their CRO coin is like number 9 cryptocurrency by market cap, so they're no slouch. It'd be cool if Binance was partnering with me like that. That was close, right? Binance US reached out to me when they first opened their platform because I had done some videos, and I don't know, things just never really panned out, right? They were like, "Hey, can you like do educational videos for us?" And I was like, "Sure." And then they never got back to me. So I was kind of like, you asked me if I could do videos for you guys, and then you just dropped the ball. So I don't know. So anyway, I'm glad that Crypto.com and I are continuing on in this partnership because it's a rare thing, guys. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, W. Good morning, Adam78. Good morning, Ryan. 404 error. Is everything okay with my my sound and everything is good? Good. Sometimes I forget to check all that stuff. Last week we talked a lot about liquidation of Bitcoin. And this seems to be, an issue for beginners. So I kind of would like to continue to cover that. And the issue that a lot of people have is, okay, I want to buy Bitcoin, right? And, I want to get into this space. And so they run out and they open up a Coinbase account and they buy some Bitcoin and they're all hunky dory, right? That's great. But then they hear, well, you should put your Bitcoin in a wallet, your own wallet. And so that's kind of step two for early Bitcoin adopters, buyers, investors, right? And so they learn how to put their Bitcoin into a wallet. And then from there, the next step is, well, what do I do when I need to sell it, right? There's like the three tiers. There's like, I want to buy some Bitcoin, you buy some Bitcoin. Then they say, okay, well, now you got to store your Bitcoin. So I'm like, okay, now I learned to store my Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is going up. I want to sell my Bitcoin. Now what? Right? So that's kind of where we're at now. A lot of people will ask me this question, and it seems like a dumb question, right? But it's not, because there are a lot of people asking me the question. And the question is, hey, when I put my Bitcoin in my wallet, does it just freeze in value when I do that? And, it seems kind of a weird thing to say, but a lot of people feel that way. They're like, okay, once I've pulled my Bitcoin off the exchange and stuck it in my wallet, does the price change after that? And the answer, of course, is yes, it does. In the same sense that if you were to take a gold coin and put it in your closet or under your bed or in your safe at home, of course that gold would change value if the price of gold went up, right? So if you've got your gold stuck in your house somewhere and the price of gold goes up, what do? Well, you pull it out from under your bed and you go down to the coin dealer and you sell it for the higher price, right? That's the same with Bitcoin. If you take your Bitcoin off an exchange and put it in your own wallet and it's stored safely and securely and the price of Bitcoin goes up, then you just take your Bitcoin out of and you want to sell it, right? Some people will just hold it, like me, most of the time. I would just hold it. But a lot of people will say, hey, my Bitcoin that I put in my wallet, 3 months ago has gone up by 50%. I want to sell it, right? So what do? Well, you just take it out of your wallet and put it back on the exchange so you can sell it, right? And I think we ran through several scenarios last week about how we take our Bitcoin and move it out of our wallet and put it back on an exchange so that we can sell it, so that we can realize our gains, so we can liquidate it, right? Now, there are tax issues involved with this as well. When you sell Bitcoin at a profit, you've made what we call a capital gain, right? Just like a stock, right? You buy a stock, it goes up, you sell it. That's a taxable event, right? The government is going to tax you, but they're only taxing you on the profit, right? They're not taxing you on the principal. So if I have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and it's gone up to $1,500 and then I sell it, I'm only getting taxed on that $500 profit, and it's only a percentage of that $500, right? Yeah, you're gonna come out. The government is taking their cut, but you still made your profit, right? So a lot of people get concerned about the tax implications of selling your Bitcoin, and yes, it is a taxable event. But it's not the end of the world, right? We pay our taxes on our income, so why not pay our taxes on our capital gains, right? It's all part of life. We'll move some Bitcoin around. Let me just see if there's any questions this morning. Is it difficult to mine Bitcoin, or is it not possible? I heard some people do that mining. Well, that's a good question. And the answer really... for the average person, Bitcoin mining is pretty much out of reach. And I don't want to discourage anybody, but back when Bitcoin was first introduced, you could mine Bitcoin on your own computer. It was easy. It didn't require that much computing power, and Bitcoin was fairly cheap at the time. And it was just kind of a hobby thing. And there were a lot of people that mined or Bitcoins in the early days that are millionaires now if they hung on to their Bitcoin, right? But as Bitcoin matured, the blockchain matured, and the ledger grew larger, and the computing requirements increased. It was no longer profitable to mine Bitcoin on a laptop or a computer, and so it progressed to what we call GPU mining. So people would get a graphics card for their like their gaming card, and they would mine on that because the gaming card had more processing power than the CPU, especially if you put more than one graphics card in your computer. So people were loading up graphic cards in their rigs and mining Bitcoin that way because it wasn't profitable anymore to mine via just a single CPU on your computer. And when I say profitable, I mean the amount of energy that you expended, the amount of money that you invested in the computer and your power bill and all that stuff didn't really pan out. You weren't getting back enough Bitcoin to pay for all of that. So the GPU mining was the next stage. Well, eventually the GPU mining became unprofitable, right? You would spend all this money on GPUs, your power bills would go up, and then the amount of Bitcoin that you were getting back was not covering your investment. So now, in order to mine Bitcoin profitably, you need to go out and buy a Bitcoin mining rig, similar to this. And they are not cheap, right? So you're going to have to invest, around $1,500 to $2,000 something dollars just to get a basic small rig. And this is just, and they're popular, but that's a capital investment, right? You've got to put some money up front. And then it might take you 6 months to a year to even break even on your purchase. And your power bill goes up, and this thing is loud and annoying, and you need a special room. And if you live in a studio apartment, this thing is going to keep you awake at night. So it's not for, it's, you can do it, but it's not really profitable, right? It's not worth the time and effort. You really need to, have like a separate room or join a mining pool where you can put all your miners, and it's a lot of time and effort and money in order to get a return on that Bitcoin. Much easier just to go over to Coinbase and buy some Bitcoin and let the price go up. Right? That's my conclusion about mining. Not really profitable for the hobbyist anymore, right? It's more of a business proposition. So a lot of scammers out there are going to tell you that you can mine Bitcoin profitably if you join their pool and give them money and all this crap. It's just a scam, right? Mining Bitcoin is a business now, and you have to have the wherewithal and the capital expenditure and the power requirements and the cooling requirements and all that stuff required for mining. Right? If I am withdrawing Bitcoin from a gambling site, is it redundant to withdraw to my ledger before an exchange like Coinbase Pro and ACH transfer to bank account? Yeah, where you are, if you've got your Bitcoin on a gambling site, right, and you want to withdraw your gambling profits, if you've made a good bet and you won, yeah, you can withdraw that Bitcoin directly back to an exchange. Right, so let's go into Coinbase. Oops. If I can find it, here we go. So the question is, I've got my Bitcoin on a gambling site and I want to withdraw to liquidate, right? The idea is I want to liquidate. Do I need to move it to my wallet first? No. If your intention is to liquidate, then it's just as easy to simply send it straight to your exchange from your gambling site, right? If all you want to do is liquidate. Let's see here. Now, if you want to, on the gambling site, if you decide you want to hold that Bitcoin, then you might want to move it to your wallet and just hold it. But if your intention is to liquidate it, then you can just as easily move it from the gambling site to your exchange, right? So for example, let's say I want to receive some Bitcoin, right? Well, they're going to give us a Bitcoin address, right? You can copy that into your clipboard, and you can go to that gambling website where you've got that. Most of these gambling websites that deal in cryptocurrency, your winnings end up in Bitcoin. It's kind of weird. And then they're like, okay, well, if you want to withdraw from the site, you need to withdraw in Bitcoin. Now, I believe some of these sites will let you liquidate directly to your bank account, right? And that might be more up your alley if that's you just want to get your money out of the gambling site. But a lot of them, I had a friend that had the same situation. He said, hey, I need a Bitcoin address because I was on a gambling website and I won some money. And they only allow Bitcoin withdrawals. I think some of them are like that. And so I told him, yeah, sign up for a Coinbase account. So he signed up for a Coinbase account, right? And he did the receive. He got the Bitcoin address, went over to his gambling site, and withdrew to the Coinbase account. Right? So we could do the same thing. So from our wallet, right? So here's that Bitcoin address for Coinbase, right? This is the Bitcoin address for my Coinbase account, right? I want to receive some Bitcoin, right? There's some Bitcoin in here, but not much, right? There's a little bit of Bitcoin in here. So let's go back over to my wallet. See, I'm receive. There's that address again. Let's go back over to my ledger, and then I've got this wallet here that's got some Bitcoin in it, and it's in my storage wallet, right? But I've decided I want to sell it, right? I want to get some money for it. So now I should send it, right? Send from my wallet to Coinbase, right? There's the Coinbase address, right? We looked at the address here, 3BGJJ, blah, blah, blah. That's the address of my Bitcoin wallet on Coinbase, right? It's more of an account than a wallet, really. So, all right, and I can hit continue and send some of that Bitcoin over to Coinbase, right? And so it will go from my wallet to my Coinbase account. And that's liquidation, right? I'm moving it from my wallet over to Coinbase. Now, I personally really don't want to do that right now, but I will show you the steps, right? You'll hit continue here, and then you're going to need to open up your device, right? The device needs to be connected because the device is the security for moving Bitcoin out of the wallet, right? So it's asking me, okay, you're requesting to move a certain amount of Bitcoin to a certain address, right? And then do you want to approve that or accept it? And then I would say yes, right? I'm not going to do it, right? I don't want to move the Bitcoin to. But those are the steps, right? And then once I did that, it would end up in my Coinbase account, and I would have $100 more Bitcoin in my Coinbase account. Now, because I have a small amount in my Coinbase account, I can show you how to liquidate the Bitcoin, right? I would just hit sell Bitcoin for cash, right? And I could sell it all, right? I could sell right here. This is only $10 worth of Bitcoin. But I could sell now and change my Bitcoin into US dollar, right? Then it would just be in my Coinbase account as US dollar, right? And then let's see, where can I do this? Right, from your US dollar, you could simply withdraw to your bank, right? That's the liquidation. I had it in my wallet. I moved it from my wallet into my Coinbase account as Bitcoin, right? I moved it into my Bitcoin account. So the Bitcoin is now on Coinbase. And then I sold it. I hit trade. I sold the Bitcoin whoops, there we go. I sold the Bitcoin for cash, right? And once I did that, I could cash out Coinbase, because Coinbase, I connected my bank account to my Coinbase account, so I can sell, I can withdraw money from my Coinbase account back to my bank. Usually it takes 3 to 5 business days, but it usually is in your bank within 24 hours, right? That's Coinbase. Now you can do the same thing on Binance US. Binance US is the US version of Binance, right? We can log into that. They have the exact same feature as Coinbase. I can, let's get logged in here. There's a little bit of money in there. Okay, there's a small amount of BNB in there. Now, I could do the same thing. I could trade BNB for US dollars or BTC, all right? There's just like a little dust, BTC dust in there. I could trade BTC for US dollar, all right? I could sell my Bitcoin for US dollar, and then it goes into my US dollar account on Binance US. And then I can withdraw to, why is this not in there? That's weird. Looks like my Binance US account, well, that's weird. I don't know, maybe I have two? I don't think so. Let me check my phone. Anyway, it used to have my bank account attached. I think they went through some kind of upgrade or something, and the withdraw feature got disconnected or whatever. But it's easy enough to add it, right? I could just add a new payment method and just, well, there it is right there. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know. Somehow the bank got disconnected. So I just have to add it again, right? You just add the account, right? Maybe they took the bank option away. Maybe that's why. Yeah, it looks like they just took the direct bank account withdrawal away, and now it's an ACH, which is kind of weird. Huh. This is Binance US, isn't it? Whatever. Everything changes, right? It used to be that you could simply withdraw straight back to your bank account. Maybe they had to modify that for whatever reason. Now, the best way for me to liquidate is the Crypto.com app. And there are other apps similar to that. But when you use the Crypto.com app, you can liquidate to your card, right? So let me show you my phone here briefly. If this works without a hitch, which it did, that's great. So for Coinbase.com, I can go over to the card feature and top up my card, right? And I can top up my card with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, EOS, whatever I've got in the account at the time. At the moment, I don't have anything in the account that's liquidatable right to the card, right? I need to like trade it for something. So like the MCO can't be used to top up the card. I have to sell the MCO for Bitcoin and then top up the card. But when I do that, Crypto.com's a little complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult, right? But once I top up the card, it's spendable, right? It's right on my card. I can top it up right. I could be standing in the checkout lane and open up my Crypto.com app and top up my card and spend it right away. That's what's cool about Crypto.com. It allows me to do that, right? So that's, to me, that's much more convenient than going through all this transfer from here to there on my computer and withdrawing to my bank account and waiting 2 or 3 days for the money. I can, right from my phone, I can liquidate crypto right to my card. I sound like an ad, right? But to me, that's the easiest way. And I could take the card to an ATM machine and just withdraw cash. So that's pretty cool. Now you can also with crypto.com withdraw to your bank, right? Your fiat wallet. And you can use your fiat wallet to withdraw to your bank, right? But it takes a couple of days, right? I prefer the card method, much better. There are some other companies like Cryptarium. They do that too. Uphold does that, right? There is an Uphold card. I don't know where my Uphold card is. I don't know where it is at the moment, but Uphold has a card. Let's show you Uphold. And I hope this is all connected. Okay, so you can withdraw to Uphold. You can withdraw BAT or BTC or Litecoin or whatever into Uphold, and then there's an Uphold card that you can use to spend in the real world. Another great app that has a card is the Cash app, right? I have a Cash app card, and I can use that for ATM withdrawals or spending in the real world. So we talked a little bit about crypto.com, but also Cash app. If I can find it. There it is. You can do that with Cash app, right? You can deposit Bitcoin in Cash app, right? They have a Bitcoin wallet. You can deposit Bitcoin from your wallet to Cash app and then sell. And then it gets added to your cash balance, which mine is 0 at the moment. And then you can use your Cash app card to spend it in the real world. So there's a lot of companies now. And Binance, Binance is also issuing their own debit card. But you have to be outside the US for Binance, right? Although a lot of my viewers might be in other countries. So that's another option for liquidation is the Binance card. Let's see if we got it. Binance card. Let's see if that pulls up. All right. So if you're not in the US, you can get yourself a Binance card and spend your crypto in the real world. So those are a lot of great options for liquidating Bitcoin. Let's see what we do here. Okay, some questions. Good. It's difficult to mine Bitcoin. We talked about that. Would you recommend YubiKey? Yeah, YubiKey is a hardware device that you can attach to your computer or your phone to validate your transactions or validate your accounts, right? So there are a lot of cryptocurrency accounts, and Gmail supports them, where instead of a phone for your two-factor authentication, you'll have to insert your hardware device. And it's more secure than Google Authenticator. A little trickier, more difficult to use. The bad thing is if you lose this, then you're kind of screwed. But don't lose it. But most of the accounts, like say you attach a YubiKey to your Google account, you lose your YubiKey, you can fall back on your secondary two-factor, like your Google Authenticator or your text, right? So, but it's a great, convenient way to protect your accounts. Okay, is in US dollar, but can I withdraw in Bitcoin for free? Not offshore. Rex, when I'm liquidating crypto, do you pay taxes on everything amount you sell during tax time? Yes, I think we talked about that. Yes, that is taxable when you sell Bitcoin for dollars. That's basically what you're doing. Can you withdraw Bitcoin for free? Some platforms allow you to withdraw Bitcoin from the platform to your own wallet for free. Some of them charge you a withdrawal fee. It just depends on the platform, right? They're not all the same. I believe Coinbase Pro will allow you to withdraw for free. Not Coinbase, Coinbase Pro. So let's see if we go over here. Yeah, so if you've got a Coinbase Pro account, you could put your Bitcoin in there and withdraw your Bitcoin to your own wallet for free. I don't believe they charge you withdrawal fees. They've got like trading fees and whatever, right? But I don't think they charge you fees for Bitcoin withdrawals, right? Every platform is different. Mr. David, good morning. Hello, how are you? My ADA on ADA Lite affected by the Shelley hard fork. Your ADA on your ADA Lite is safe and secure, but it will not. You cannot stake it, right? If you want to stake your ADA, then you need to transfer it into a Daedalus wallet if you want to stake your ADA. But just because it got updated, I believe that your ADA Lite will still work, right? Even though they've upgraded to the your old coins don't go away, right? But if you want to do your staking with ADA, you need to transfer them into a Daedalus wallet. Which is the cheapest for ACH transfer? Cash App? Cash App kind of hits you with fees when you liquidate out to your bank. All right. Actually, I think if you... So there's different charges along the way, right? If you want to buy Bitcoin with Cash App, their fees are really low. If you want to withdraw Bitcoin, I believe that's free too, right? That was another question that I answered about Coinbase Pro. Cash App will allow you to withdraw Bitcoin for free to another Bitcoin wallet. But if you have Bitcoin in Cash App and then you try to sell it, you get hit with a fee. All right? You get hit with a fee when you sell your Bitcoin back to cash. And then when you want to withdraw the Bitcoin to your bank, you can pay to do an instant transfer, and that can be high. But I believe it's free if you're willing to wait for the 24 hours for it to transfer. I believe the bank withdrawal is free if you're willing to wait. All right. So Cash App is a pretty good platform for liquidating your Bitcoin. But just remember, they charge you a fee when you sell your Bitcoin. And that's kind of the catch with the Cash App, is that fee when you sell your Bitcoin. So that can be a little tricky, right? But it's not, it's not a deal breaker or anything. But you are getting hit. Not only are you getting hit with a merchant charge when you sell the Bitcoin, but it's a taxable event. So it's a capital gains you got to deal with as well. Right? But I believe you can connect your Cash App to a Cointracker account and track all your transactions so that you can keep track of all your transactions when you sell. ADA Lite allows you to stake now. Well, that's news to me. I should check into that, right? Let's see. ADA Lite. Okay. Let's connect to our hardware wallet. I need to get out. Oh, pooies. Doggone it. Oh, you guys caught me with my pants down. I don't have my ADA. I'm going to have to go over to my ledger. All right. And I've got the device attached, and I just need to install Cardano, right? I'm going to demo this ADA Lite thing. So let's install Cardano. I was not aware that you could stake on ADA Lite. Kind of surprised to hear that. But I guess it's not... All right, so let's get back out. And let's go back over here. Let's go over to our ADA app. Where is it? Is that it? There it is. Okay, let's get into Cardano. Right, now let's unlock with Ledger. Right, and then export public key. I'm going to hit both buttons there. Confirm. Right, now I'm connected to my ADA. Oh, again? Okay, that's kind of weird. Asked me twice. All right. All right. So, oh, okay. It looks like you can stake. Interesting. Very nice. Thanks for pointing that out, Peter. That's great. You can now stake your ADA from an ADA Lite wallet. And this is basically staking ADA that is connected to the private key is stored on the ledger, right? And as you can see, can you see? Yeah, I had some ADA on here. It's not here anymore, but there's transaction history associated with this private key. We could move some ADA on here and then stake. All right, I'm not going to go through all that today. We're going to try to keep it simple. But I was not aware that they had staking here. Pretty cool. I like that. Interesting. All right. Okay. So it looks like they've upgraded to the Shelley network, and you're able to delegate some of your ADA if you've got it stored on a ledger device. I got to do a video on that one, right? That's pretty cool. Thanks for pointing that out, Peter. Rex, have you had problems updating? I'm going to close this. Have you had problems updating apps on the Ledger Nano X? The application is updated. You enter after 5 seconds. Again, requires an update, and so endlessly. No, I have not had that issue. In general, when I go over to the manager, oh, well, let's see. I think it wants me to update something. I got to return to the dashboard, so let's do that. Let's get out of the ADA app. Good. All right, we're back on the dashboard. All right, there it's loading. All right. There's like a blue thing. I don't know what that's all about. Firmware is up to date. It acted like it wanted me to do something. There was like an alert on it. But generally what you'll see is you'll see updates available, and then you'll click them, and they usually will finish. Now, if there's more than one, it's going to take a while, right? You'll see apps will be updating individually, and then there'll be like the overall progress bar going by. So that might take a while, but I've never gotten stuck completely in that process. Never happened to me. I don't know. And then also, there is a new firmware update. The firmware before was 1.2.4-1, right? And then within the last week or so, there's been a new Flash firmware update to 4-2, right? But it's not that difficult, right? If you're in the manager and you've got your device attached, you can just click update firmware, and it goes through the process pretty painlessly, right? It doesn't make you disconnect and reconnect the device and go through all that. It does make you re-enter the PIN a few times, right? Because it kind of resets the device. But it didn't wipe all my apps when I did it, I don't think. I can't remember. I think I was doing a demo with my device was... I had wiped my apps. So perhaps it will. Usually the firmware update will erase all of your apps, and then you'll just have to reinstall them. It won't erase your wallets. It just takes the apps off, and you have to go back and add them again. It's not that big of a deal. It is scary to some people, but it doesn't erase your wallets. All right. I don't know why there's like a little blue dot there. I don't know what it's asking me. Whatever. But no, I've never gotten stuck in the updates. I'm going to turn that camera off. While we're on the subject of Ledger Live, I know I do a lot of demos with Ledger Live because it's my device of choice, my wallet of choice. So if you've got questions about other wallets, throw them out there. But I just wanted to kind of go over some of the features of Ledger Live. So when you're in the accounts interface and you're looking at your accounts, you can look at your Ethereum wallet and you can hide and show the tokens that are stored in your Ethereum wallet. So you can manage your ERC20 tokens in Ledger Live. Now you'll notice here that there are a few tokens that have no US dollar value. That does not mean that they're worthless. A lot of people get freaked out when they move their coins into Ledger and it has this little dash here. This does not mean that the coin is worthless. It just means, it doesn't mean the coin has lost its value either. I have 4.46 compound, right, in this wallet. Well, I can go over to CoinGecko. Whoops. Right, I can look up compound. Is that it? Yeah. And oops, why is it doing this? That's kind of weird. Ah, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. The coin. I don't know what that other thing was. All right, I can put 4.46 compound, and I can see that it's still worth $576. Just because Ledger isn't telling me that doesn't mean that the coin is worthless. I could take that compound and move it to Binance and sell it at this value, right? So just because Ledger does not give you a dollar value does not mean that your coin is worthless, right? It just means they don't have pricing information for this particular coin. They, you know, there are a lot of, you can store just about any ERC20 token in Ledger Live, but not all of them have pricing information. So that's number one. Another thing you can do to manage your ERC20 wallets is if you go over here to settings and accounts, you can hide tokens with an empty balance, right? So we can enable and disable that. So if I go back over to accounts, you'll see, hey, there's a bunch of coins in here that have zero balance. Now they have a transaction history. That's why they're showing up. I had them in the wallet at some point in the past. But I really don't need to see zero balance coins. So I can go over there to the settings, to accounts, and just turn that on. I can also hide tokens I don't want to see at all, like Kick token. I don't care to see Kick token in my list, so I can hide it. So I'll unhide it. We'll go back over to our account, and let's see, let's play around with it. There it is. All right, so there's that pesky Kick token, which I don't want to see because it's a scam token, sort of. It's a long story. But I just don't want to see it in my list anymore. I can right click and hit hide token, and I don't have to see it anymore. All right. Also, some controls for Ledger Live in general. If we go over to the settings, and we're in general here, you've got this auto lock, which I find quite irritating. The default is, I believe, 10 minutes, right? Which means after 10 minutes, your Ledger Live is going to go to sleep, and you'll have to re-enter your password to view your accounts, right? I find that pretty irritating. So I turn it off, right? I go over to auto lock and I choose never, right? So that while I'm in front of my computer, I don't have to deal with Ledger Live going to sleep and having to re-enter my password, all right? And then you can also change your password here. Password, set a password to secure. So I could click this and it'll ask me to change my password if I want to update. All right. Let's see if there's anything else in here that's interesting. These are where they find their pricing information. So you could change this, right? So the dollar value of Ethereum is being pulled from BitMEX. I can switch that to Coinbase if I would prefer to see the Coinbase price of my Ethereum, right? And then comp, as you'll notice, there are no exchanges that they have that are linked to Ledger Live that can give me the current price of comp. But that's okay, right? I can still store my comp in Ledger Live and not worry about it. It's not going to become worthless just because Ledger Live doesn't give me the information. All right. Let's see. There's any other questions? Hey, Gino. Nice to see you. Rex, how do I add ERC20 token to my Ethereum? I have Kyber, but all the rest will not load under Ethereum. I'm not really sure what Ethereum is. Let's check that. I hope you're not just misspelling Ethereum, right? A-E-T-H-E-R-I-U-M. Ethereum. What is that, a wallet? Oops, Siri just thought I asked her a question. I don't think that's a thing, right? It's not a wallet, is it? Okay. I have Kyber, but all the rest will not load under Ethereum. Are you talking about Ledger Live? Because there are some coins not only that don't give you pricing, but they don't even show up in Ledger Live. So if that's the case, then you should take your Ledger device, connect it to your computer, enter your PIN, and then go into the Ethereum app. And I'll show you a different way of viewing maybe some coins that aren't showing up in Ledger. Whoops, there we go. Let's go into Ethereum. Right? Let's go over to my Ether wallet. This is another interface to the same private keys. Let's hit access my wallet. We'll choose hardware. We'll choose Ledger. Oh, every time I go on this site, they tell me that's been updated. All right, refresh, refresh, refresh. Okay. All right, let's try this again. All right, Ledger, continue. And I need to choose the Ledger Live derivation path for because I'm using a pretty new ledger. All right, now it's going to show me all of the ERC, or I'm sorry, all of the Ethereum wallets on this device, right? Where there's private keys. You can see there's some that are empty, but this is the one we were just looking at, right? If we look over here in Ledger Live, you can see that's it, right? ETH 0.3485. Right, so let's get rid of that. So let's do that one. We'll hit access my wallet, and then you can see the balance of Ethereum here, and then the tokens are going to show up over here on the side. Notice there it shows that damn kick token, which I don't like. It shows the solve, the TNT, the data, but it also shows IOV. I have 10 IOV, probably just some weird airdrop, but I don't see that in Ledger Live, right? So there are certain tokens that won't show up at all in Ledger Live because they're just minor tokens that aren't listed on hardly any exchanges, right? So when you run out and you buy like some brand new token that just came out, that you went on an ICO or whatever, an investor thing, and you grab this token and you put it in your Ethereum wallet, they're not always going to show up in Ledger Live. Ledger Live doesn't support every single ERC20 token in existence, right? They have to be sort of listed on some exchanges for Ledger Live to support them. But my Ether wallet supports at least showing you a lot more, right? This BTCD, I don't know what that is. That might be a 0. Some of these are just zero balance. They're just showing you coins that exist. But there are some coins that are in this device that will show up here if it ever loads. Maybe it takes a while. Oh, I think you actually have to click it, right? So let's check this one. I have this one. right? Golf token, right? I bought like $50. I guess I don't have it on this one. But if you had a balance, then it would show up, right? So if you're looking for, if you've moved some rather obscure tokens into your Ethereum wallet, then use MEW or MetaMask to view those tokens. Even MetaMask needs a little bit of coaxing to show some obscure tokens. You have to manually add them, right? All right. He was talking about ETH. I thought you were talking about ETH. Yeah. Yeah. So try MyEther wallet with your Ledger device. Or I'm not sure where you're storing your ETH. Maybe you have a private key, or there are other ways of accessing Ethereum wallets. Look your Cosmos Atom Apple, please. What version do you have? My Cosmos Atom app, please. Which version do you have? Well, we can look at that. If we go to Atomic Wallet, we open it up. I always just keep yourself updated to the latest version of everything, and you can't go wrong, right? So if it's not the latest version, then just go to the App Store and just double check it to make sure you've got the latest version. So we can go up to the settings here and about. Hit about. Oh, that just takes me over here. All right. I don't know where I can get that information. Jeez. All right, that's kind of irritating. Okay. Settings? Kind of hard to see what version I'm on. What do we want to do? Atom? Doesn't really tell you what version of the coin you're on, or what version of the wallet you're on. I guess you just have to make sure I have auto update on my phone, so that whenever an app has an update, it gets auto updated on my phone. So I'm just assuming I'm running the latest version of the Atomic Wallet. All right. Is that what you wanted to see? I hope. What version do you have? I don't know. It's like it won't tell me what version I have. It doesn't have that information on here. It's weird. Okay. Band token is up. That's cool. All right. Oh, there's some more questions down here. Yay. Can you do a review on eCoin? I would love to hear your opinion. Okay. Hello, Rex. When I try sending Bitcoin Cash from Ledger Live to Coinbase, it says the address is invalid. Have you encountered anything like this before? Yeah, you need to convert that address, most likely. Bitcoin Cash address converter. Right. So you'll probably need to convert the address from one format to the other. Right? There's legacy cache address format or legacy format. And I'll drop this here. All right. And if you follow this link, they give you a better description of what this is all about, the address format. So from going one direction to another, sometimes you need to convert from a legacy to a newer format, or vice versa, depending on the exchange or the wallet that you're using, right? But it can be done. It's not impossible. But if you're gonna attempt this conversion and transfer, start with a very small amount of your Bitcoin Cash so you don't lose it, right? So if you make a mistake and you lose it, it's only that small little test transaction. And then once you get it to go through properly and you've figured out the conversion and everything, then you can transfer the balance over. But there's an issue with Bitcoin Cash with the address formats in many situations. All right, what was that little coin you were asking me about? eCoin? I hope you're not talking about Plus token or something weird like that. Let's go to CoinGecko. I always go to CoinGecko to check out new coins, right? If you can't find it on CoinGecko, it's probably not worth your time. eCoin sounds a little suspicious to me. All right, so the first thing I'll notice about eCoin is that it's, what was it? It said it right there at the top. It was like 1,000, 1,100 by market cap, which is, oh, here, where is it? Oh, market cap rank 1290. That's pretty low, right? I try to stick with the winners, the top 10 or 20 myself, unless I know something about the coin, right? It looks like a pretty, let's go to markets. Where can you buy it? Can't really buy it anywhere reputable as far as I know. I'm not trying to put these Probit and Hotbit down, but if you can't buy it on Binance, then you might want to think twice about it, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad coin, right? I just don't know anything about it. But if someone's telling you this is a great investment, you need to do your own research and think about it before you throw a bunch of money into it. First of all, it's hard to find because it's only these couple of exchanges even sell it, right? So, and if you try to buy it, they may not be very liquid, right? It may be difficult to actually buy it because there's nobody selling it, right? There's no market for it, right? So most coins you probably want to try and wait until they're on a little bit more of a reputable exchange before you throw your money at it, right? And then you can also look at the website and check what it is. Oh, looks like a scam to me. I'm sorry, but man, this thing, I mean, this website is just like very unprofessional, right? I would not mess around with this thing. Just my initial impression, right? Stick with the winners, you know. If you want to get into the crypto market, then buy a coin that's actually worth something, right? Go over to coinmarketcap.com and look. If you got $1,000, maybe you should put it in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, or Chainlink. You know, don't throw all your money away on these low market penny coins, unless you know something I don't, right? Right. How much Bitcoin to buy so you can say it's enough? Is it okay to accumulate one Bitcoin in your entire life, or do you need more? Well, that's a good question. I think that a good financial goal is to try to acquire at least one Bitcoin. There, I said it. I'm putting it out there. Don't mortgage your house or, skip your car payment or whatever to buy Bitcoin. But whatever you can afford, just, what do they call that, where you spread it out over time, right? Just purchase what you can when you can and try to accumulate as much as possible. And one Bitcoin is a goal, right? It's a little bit out of reach for most people. So maybe just try to acquire zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, right? Which is like a little more than $1,000. Reasonable goal for an average person. Who knows, right? But that's the way I feel about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency out there. I'm not giving investment advice, but I'm just giving you my opinion that it would be a good idea to try to put acquire as much Bitcoin as you can. Whether one is enough, I couldn't tell you that, right? If you can afford more, buy more, I guess. But one Bitcoin is a reasonable goal. And if you got one Bitcoin, there's no, if you can afford it, buy a little more. Buy as much as you're willing, right? Why stop at one Bitcoin? Cost average. Thank you, Smart Fox. That is correct. That's what it's called when you just buy on a regular basis. Whether the coin is up or down, you just buy what you can when you can, and that's called cost average basis, right? Over time, you'll acquire, you'll start to acquire the coin, and you're avoiding the volatility by just buying it on a regular basis, no matter what, like $50 a month, whatever, right? What do you think about all this XRP new hype? XRP's been around a while. It's a great idea. It's marketed to banks as a transfer method, right? A blockchain-based transfer method for international bank transfers and money transfers in general. It is controlled by one company, Ripple. So it's not a true decentralized cryptocurrency. But as you can see, it's number 3 by market cap. A lot of people believe in it. There's a lot of big XRP lovers and a lot of XRP haters out there. So it's kind of hard to get any unbiased information about it. As you can see, I hold a little bit of it, but not a lot, right? You can see I got some XRP in my wallet, right? Not a lot, but some, right? So I have some, but I'm not like staking my entire fortune on it, right? Dollar cost averaging. Yeah. If you want to rattle them together, you need at least 2. That's right. You got to have 2 Bitcoins if you want to rattle them together in your hand, right? I like that. Yeah, XRP is colluding with the big banks. Crypto is totally uncentral. Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that. It's not a decentralized, it's not a true decentralized cryptocurrency. It is, it's controlled by one company. It is blockchain based, right? It is new technology, but it's not decentralized cryptocurrency, right? There's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that are similar, where they're just kind of more like a stock than a coin. They're just kind of like a piece of a company. And then the company owns the lion's share of the tokens, right? There's a lot of companies like that, right? I believe Tron has been accused of controlling quite a large amount of their coin, right? I don't know how much Binance coin is held by Binance, but I'm assuming it's quite a bit. Crypto.com coin is probably, there's a lot held by Crypto.com, right? It's just a business model, right? Just like stocks, right? Apple holds a lot of their own stock. Facebook holds a lot of their own stock. It's just a business practice. But Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency that is run by a community of volunteers, right? And Monero is similar to that, a decentralized cryptocurrency maintained by a group of volunteer programmers, right? So, and Cardano is also, they're transitioning to a more decentralized model, right? That's the future, I believe, decentralization. Yeah, I did search eCoin. We just looked at eCoin. It turned out it was a scam. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to sign out today. I got some other videos I got to work on today. I appreciate you coming by. I didn't really move that much crypto around, but I will probably on Saturday night. Yeah. Don't forget I do a live stream on Saturday night, 8 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live Q&A from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. Join me again here Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll talk more about the basics of Bitcoin as much as possible. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.